Hello everybody, it's Ronnie with Whip and Chain. I work with Maggie and Lauren to bring you these crochet tutorials. Today we got a nice one. We got a messy bun hat. It works up within a couple hours. It's beautiful, it's easy, and it only takes less than a skein of yarn. As long as your skein is like, I'd say 4 ounces or more, you're good to go. So we're going to dive right into this. This is the back. You can barely see it's the seam. Here's the front. It works up nice. Oh, actually, that's the back. Here's the front. So let's dive into it. And I'm just using my stash yarn, but we'll discuss that. So let's move on. All right, we're going to dive into this beautiful messy bun hat. I am using a 6mm clover hook and a stitch marker. I am using, again, stash yarn. This is definitely Hobby Lobby yarn. It is the white with the silver in it. Beautiful. Obviously, you can use anything you want, but understand if you use something thicker than the 4-ply, this is going to make the hat bigger. So if you're going to go up a little bit in yarn, I would suggest you go down in your hook. I know that sounds crazy, but if you stay at 6 and use a bulkier yarn, the hat is going to be huge. So I would just personally suggest you stay with the 4-ply for this project, but you do what works for you. So we're going to make the brim of the hat. This is a free pattern. This is not my pattern. This is a free pattern, but I want to do this slower so some people can actually like the beginners can actually understand the stitches a little better and accomplish this hat, because this is very doable for beginners. So we're going to start with slip knot, and you're going to chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now on your chain, when you flip it over, you have these horizontal bars. Yeah. We're going to be working into them. So when you flip over, put your finger on the second chain from your hook, and you flip. There's a bar right there. You're going to go underneath that bar, and you're going to put a single crochet in, and you're going to put one in every single bar, and at the end you should have 9 single crochets. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I pick up my last one so it's easier to grab, and 9. And I'm sorry if you hear me stuffily, I'm fighting a head cold. No fun. Like I said, I'm using up some stash yarn. So turn your work, chain 1. We have 2 loops for each chain. You have the loop that's closer to you, and you have the loop that's farthest away. We're always going to be working in the loop that's farthest away. Okay? So you're not going just that one side loop. It's called a back loop, and do a single crochet. 1 in each one, going all the way down. And you will continue to stay at 9 single crochets. Back loop, back loop. turn, chain 1, and again we're going to be working in the back loops, just single crochet, 1 in each stitch all the way across. And turn and chain 1. Again, back loops. So you don't just keep doing this. It's going to stay at 9 single crochets, but it's all back loop only. And by doing the back loop only, this is going to give you this rigid pattern. Ribbed, sorry. So after you keep doing that, I want you to do, excuse my arm, let me. There we go. I want you to do that for 50 rows. And easy way to count this is I count the ridges. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, and 50. And the other thing that you'll know is your starting tail is close to you and your ending away from you. So they're on opposite ends. Okay? So now we need to bring this together. And put your hook back on. All right. And then bring this up together. You're going to go back through your first stitch, and you go through your first stitch on the other side. 6, 7, 8. Make sure you're doing your first stitch. It's really important. And you're going to grab some yarn, put it on top, go through, make sure it's snug, and you're doing a single crochet. So you're going to go through the bottom both stitches and the next one both stitches. Now the starting chain is going to be a little harder, but they are there. Don't miss them. You know, a single crochet. That's 2. That's 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Make sure you go through both stitches. And 9. All right. So we're going to flip this. So we might have to, there we go. this tail, pull it down. So now flipping it, you can't tell where your seam is, which is great. All right. Very nice. This is an adult size. If you want to do like a younger child, just go down to a full hook size of a 5. All right. Get that tail out of my way. So chain 1, and we need to single crochet across. So we're going to do, let's count, 1, 2, 1 in each one, 3 each row. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then when you get to your 10th one, put 2 in, and that's 11. So now we're going to do 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and we're at 20, so you put 2 in, 20, and 21. And you do that all the way around, and you need to end up at 55 stitches. Okay, make sure you have your 55. And then when you come around, just slip stitch into your first stitch. All right. Chain 1, and in that very same stitch where you slip stitch and where you did your chain 1, we're going to do a puff. So let's do it. Wrap your hook, go in, grab, come on up. That's 1. Do it again. That's 2. Do it again. That's 3. Do it again. That's 4. You will have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? 3, 6, 7. Yep, 9. You wrap your hook, you go through all 9. And then you chain 1. All right, after you chain 1, you skip the next stitch and you do it again in the next stitch. Just, you do it 4 times. You wrap your hook, go in, just wrap. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Wrap, go through all your stitches and chain 1. And then skip a stitch and do it again. And 4. 9 loops, wrap, and you go through them all. And chain 1. Let's do it again. Skip a stitch, go back 4 times, wrap. We're doing it 4 times. It's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Wrap and go through all your stitches. And chain. Let's do one more together. I want to make sure you got it. All right, do that all the way around. And I forgot to put my stitch marker on my first one. So do that all the way around. That should land you at 28 puffs. All right, look how pretty they are. Absolutely gorgeous. She did a beautiful job on this pattern. Anyway, so after you do your last, and again, it's 28 puffs. You slip stitch into your top of your first puff. Now, really important, your puff is on your left, right where you slipped into. We're going to go right into the next spot and do a puff. Like, we're going to jump over this puff that's right on our left, and we're going to do a puff. And 4. And chain. And I'm going to actually remember to mark my... I have the hiccups. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know why I get the hiccups a lot with any more doing videos. And then we're just going to go around in every gap. You're going to do a puff. And 4. Let me do a puff slow for you so you guys can see it. Wrap your hook right here, next gap. Go in, come on up, wrap. That's 2, wrap. That's 3, wrap. And that's 4. Again, it's 9 loops, wrap. Go through all your 9 loops and chain 1. So you're going to go around, just putting 1 in each gap, and you should land again at your 28 puffs. All right. Go around, you have 28 puffs. Take your stitch marker out and you slip stitch. Looks so pretty, don't it? Okay. Chain 1. And you're going to go right back into that space this time. You're not going to dance over to this one. Right in this space, you're going to put a puff. So wrap and do your puff. Remember, it's 4 times. Go through them all. Chain 1. Pop in your stitch marker. And you're gonna just go in every space again. No increasing, no decreasing. 3 and 4. So go around. We're gonna stick to 28 puffs. That's my dryer. Seems like every time I'm doing a video that goes off, it's like I time it perfectly. Anyway, so you're gonna just put another puff in every stitch gap around, and you're gonna stick to 28 puffs. All right, we're coming around. So you're just finishing your 3rd row of puffs. And we're gonna slip stitch. There we go, and chain 1. So now we're gonna go in the puff. We're gonna skip. We're gonna go over this one, and we're gonna put a puff in. So you're just pulling it over. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and do your puffs. All right, so you're gonna do a puff in the next stitch. We're sticking with the 28 right now. 2, 3, and 4. That's my dog sleeping next to me if you can hear her. And I forgot to put my stitch marker. She's a Lhasa Apso. She really can, she can snore when she wants to. All right, so we're gonna go around another row, another row of puffs. We'll be back. All right, we're trucking along. So slip stitch. into your stitch. Just like that. Chain one, and we're going to make the puff right in our gap right below us. Right there. Remember, the puff is going through 4 times, which leaves you with 9 loops on your hook. And chain one. And we're going to go around in the gaps again like we have been. Gap, gap, gap all the way around. Land you at, you guessed it, 28 stitches. Puffs, puffs, puffs. We'll be back. All right, trucking along, guys. We're going to slip stitch to the top of our stitch. And chain one. We're on this row, we're going over this one, and we're going to do it right in here. We're skipping, going over, okay? 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you're going to continue to put a puff in every gap. We're still at 28 puffs, guys. We'll be back. All right. Look how pretty. Like, it's gorgeous. Anyway, let's slip stitch to our first stitch and chain one. And we're going to go right in that gap, right underneath. And 4. And chain one. We're sticking to the 28 stitches for this round yet. So you're just doing your puff stitches continuously in the gaps. This project goes really fast. Okay, so I'll meet you around. All right, let's slip stitch. Chain one. We're going to hop over this puff and do a puff. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And put my stitch marker in. There we go. Now we have to do a decrease. I'm going to try to do this slow so you can see. We're going to do wrap your hook, go in the next gap. That's 1, wrap. That's 2, wrap. And that's 3. Wrap, go into the next gap. Do 3 again. 1, 2, and 3. So let me see if I can count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 13 loops. Wrap and go through all of your 13 loops. And then chain. That is a decrease. Okay? So let's do 3 regular ones right here in the next. This is 1. Do another one. And let's do one more. And 4. And now let's do another decrease. Wrap, remember 3. 1, 2, and 3. The next gap. 1, 2, and 3, and wrap and go through all of them. Okay, so that's the repeat. So you don't do 3 regular puffs and a decrease, 3 and a decrease. It'll meet you at the end. Okay, your last one, decrease. 1, 2, and 3, and then 1, 2, and 3. And chain. And then slip stitch. There we go. All right. Chain 1. Right in your gap right underneath, do a puff. And 4. All right, and do 2 more puffs, regular puffs. That's the outside, sorry. That's 1. And here's my second one. And 4. And then do a decrease. Just like I've been showing you, 3 on that one and 3 on the next one. Wrap, go through all of them. And then chain. So the repeat pattern from here on, not what we did, from here on is 2 puffs and a decrease, 2 puffs and a decrease. At the end, we'll meet. Okay, you should have 1 gap left and do a regular puff. And 4. And then slip stitch. And chain 1. So we're going to go away. We're going to jump over and do a puff. And then do another puff. And then do a decrease. Remember the decrease is 1, 2, and 3, and then 3 in the next one. 1, 2, and 3. There you go. Okay. So this one is puff, puff, decrease, puff, puff, decrease. So 2 puffs and a decrease. All right, when you come around, you should have 1 puff here. Don't miss it. It's really important you get it in. 2, 3, and 4. And then slip stitch. All right. Chain 1, and guess what? This is our last row, guys. So I want you to just put a single crochet all the way around and try to land at 24 single crochets. All right, so just do 24 single crochets all the way. Let me see, that's one, just 24, 2, 3, and I'll meet you around. That's 25. So what I'm going to do is cut and pull up your yarn. Go through, and we're not doing nice end because you did all this work. You want it to be nice, so you go through your first stitch, go through the whole stitch, pull it, and then you go through the center of your last stitch, just like that, and then you can turn it inside out. And then weave in your ends, and I'll be right back. Okay, here it is. Look at that. Beautiful fun hat. Works out nice. It only took me like a little over an hour and a half to do it. Beautiful. Here's our seam. You can barely see it. And the seam going up, you can barely see it. It's gorgeous. This is my leftover yarn. Beautiful, beautiful. Well, until next time, I'm Ronnie with Whip and Chain. I work with Maggie and Lauren to bring you these beautiful crochet tutorials. I love this one. It's very elegant. Till next time, happy crocheting here at Whip and Chain. It's always a work in progress.